Welcome to District 32, immersion, inspiration for ambitious business owners with big dreams.
Hello, my name's Lorraine Garvey. I'm District 32 and I'm back again with Paul Roach of Delta Business Services, and we are talking about cash flow. It's the cash flow series. Hi Paul, how are you?
Awesome, thanks Lorraine. Yourself?
Still good? Great, thank you. And part two is around cycles and the economy. What has cycles and the economy got to do with our cash flow, Paul?
A hell of a lot, actually, Lorraine.
Enlighten us.
Well, it's like all things in life. They do come to an end, don't they? There's good times and there's bad times and there's everything in between. So our economy's gone through this massive disruption because of COVID.
Yeah.
And we've had 2 years of uncertain times. We have had all sorts of impacts. We have countries that have shut down, lockdown. We have factories that can't supply. We have supply chains in tatters. We have lack of staff, being able to get staff. Tourism industries shot to pieces, and everything's maybe not starting to come back. But there is movement out there, and we've waited a long time for this to happen. But at the same time, the government's put a lot of stimulus into the economy. A lot of money has gone in, billions and billions of dollars, which I say I totally agree with. I totally agree with what the government's done and how they've done it.
Okay.
Because I would not like to be living in this country if we didn't put the stimulus in.
Yep.
We would be in a lot worse state. We'd be, it would be horrific. Now we've got so much going on, particularly in WA, where you've got the mining industry booming along with stimulus being put into the economy. You've got a situation where we're overcooked. And that's great. Yeah,
good times.
Good times, boom times.
Okay.
And we can't get people, we struggle to grow, supply chains are struggling, everything's taking longer and longer. House times to build, like we've got a house behind us, the guys were, ready to start building over 12 months ago, and they've only just got their slab down now.
Wow.
So the lead time has been 12 months. You've got builders in other parts of the country offering to pay people to get out of contracts. Like there's a builder in Queensland wanting to pay people that have signed a building contract that haven't started yet. They're offering to pay them $10K to get out of the contract.
Wow.
Because they can't build for the price they quoted for. So there's this tremendous cost push at the moment, and inflation's going to be kicking in pretty hard pretty soon. And the risk of having debtors out there or relying on other people to perform for your business to survive can be really risky. And I think we're coming into a much higher risk period. So if you've got debtors out there, you've got supply chains that are vulnerable, there's signs. There's signs that things are turning, and the risks attached to that are pretty, well, they can be significant. You've got a lot of builders on the edge at the moment. Building industry is normally the catalyst for other things to follow. You've got a couple of builders in Perth that have gone under recently, and the impact that flows on to everyone else that's worked for them. The money that's outstanding that's not going to get collected. You've got longer lead times. You've got struggling to get supply. You've got prices going up for all their cost inputs. You've got locked in contracts, wafer thin margins. It's a sign of disaster, pending disaster. So
any good news there, Paul?
Good news. Well, you want some good news? Yes. Protect yourself now.
Right. Okay. So what does that mean then for small business? What does that mean to protect ourselves? What do we have to do, Paul?
You've got to really have a look at how you're trading at the moment.
Okay.
For example, have you protected yourself for cost increases with COVID?
Right.
Have you protected yourself for delays with COVID? Have you gone through your business and actually looked at the risk factors that you've got? Like I've just finished a quote now for a client, and I've put a term and condition in there. Hey, subject to COVID. If it blows out and times change, well then both sides accept the fact that that's what it is. There's no loss to either party.
Mm.
But I could have been exposed if I didn't put that in
Yeah.
there, because we'd agreed the terms of delivery. Well, if I can't deliver it because I've got COVID or I'm in isolation, well, that makes it really difficult
Yeah, okay.
because it's a live event. We just need to be smart. But I
So
think
we need
get
to
wrapped up
put
in
money in the bank.
You need money in the bank.
We need to put money in the bank. We need to, I'm guessing then on the back of that, it's not a good time to, it's going to be inflation. So don't overextend ourselves with regard to credit. Try and pay off debt. Don't overextend or stretch your finances or your capabilities in there.
Just be a little bit guarded about what you're buying
Right, okay.
and why you're buying it.
Okay.
Just think through strategically. Yeah, we're going to come off the boil pretty soon. We're not going to be as flat out. Once the borders are fully opened up and everyone's traveling and all the rest of it, we're going to find that a lot of industries that are in boom times now are probably going to level out a bit.
Right, okay.
And if they level out, then do they, is the expenditure justified moving forward? And there's longer lead times, higher costs. So think really carefully about it. But
Right, thank you very
money in
much,
the bank,
Paul. I guess it's
worries.
coming back to what you said in the first one as well. Where is that time that you're taking in your day or your week to think about your planning, go through your budget, go through your P&L for the last quarter? What is there any fat in there that can be trimmed? Look after the money, look after the cash flow, because this cycle that's affecting us, what's gone up has to come down, and we need to put enough money in the bank to make sure that we can survive that valley of death.
Yeah, and well, we hope it's not a valley of death.
No.
But it's
Yeah, okay.
Hey, it's being smart about it now. How do we protect ourselves now for what there is? What if our business dropped 20% tomorrow? Are we protected? Can we cope? What if we get a bad debt? If we've got debtors out there, we get a bad debt. Are we covered? Have we got insurance in place for it? Simple questions when you think about it.
Well, when you think about it, because sometimes when we're running flat out chasing everybody, saying yes to everyone, we're not actually paying attention to the cycles or the environment or the economy. I'm pretty sure everybody can see the price of fuel at the minute, so they can recognize inflation. But are your eyes open? Are you taking the time to look at this and protect yourself?
Yeah, exactly right.
Paul,
Exactly.
Thank you very much. This is amazing information, and I hope people are going to take the 5 or 6 minutes out the day to actually look at this video and to ask themselves, where am I taking that time out to plan and protect myself with regards to my cash flow?
Really important to do. Awesome.
Paul, thank you very much for tip number 2 on the cash flow series, and I look forward to part 3. I'll speak to you soon.
Okay. No worries. Thank you.
You've been listening to District 32, Immersion, inspiration for ambitious business owners with big dreams.